Hello, and welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And in this video, I want to touch on the spiritual awakening, dark night of the soul. For those of you who aren't familiar with the term dark night of the soul, it's basically when you're on your spiritual journey and you believe you're doing all the work, you're experiencing all these cool new things, right? So many things are coming in that you didn't know before. You're being drawn to tarot card readings or to certain spiritual content on YouTube or on Facebook or Twitter or whatever platform you choose, Snapchat, and you're those things are going really cool, right? Because you're learning some new things. You're learning how to work with crystals. You're learning that you have to do things to open up your third eye, right? You may be feeling some sensations. You may start visualizing some things, right? Some cool things, colors, sounds, right? Your dreams are becoming vivid. You're starting to journal, right? And you're doing all these things. You're starting a new yoga practice. You're starting to learn how to meditate, and you're really getting into it. And all of a sudden, everything starts going down, right? And you're spiraling out of control, and you don't know how to stop it. Everything's upsetting you. Things from your past are coming up, and you're going, no, I don't want to deal with that. I let that go. It no longer serves any purpose for me. You're starting to feel some aches and pains that you haven't in the past, and you're starting to question whether you're getting ill, right? And all of a sudden you start to think, well, I don't think I'm sick, but let me go to the doctor anyway. You go to the doctors and they say, no, everything's perfectly fine with you, right? You're starting to feel pressure in your head all the time. You're starting to get the ringing in your ears. That's all part of the spiritual awakening. But where the dark night of the soul comes in is when your ego starts resisting some of these things, right? You want to go down these paths. You want to do what this person's doing because it resonates for you, or you just want to learn it, right? You want to learn how to do Reiki. You want to learn, how to read palms, whatever it is. People are starting to come to you for advice, and you're able to help them out of nowhere, not even knowing that you were a good advice giver, right? So you're thinking, wow, maybe I'm a life coach, but all of a sudden, your ego steps in, and things come crashing down on you. Things from your past resurface. Old habits that you had are coming back, and it's just happening. Almost like you're not in control of it anymore. And it's all happening really fast, right? It's coming at you from all different angles. Your friends and family are starting to upset you, and they're starting to judge you, and you're really getting upset about that. And you can't focus on meditation, and you're really getting upset about that because you thought you were getting so good at it. And like I said, the physical symptoms come in and you're like, there's nothing wrong with me. Why am I feeling this pain? That's what the dark night of the soul is. The dark night of the soul is your soul coming in and go, hey, you're having a good time with your spiritual awakening right now, but there's some things that you need to deal with that you've been pushing away, that you've been letting go, but not in the right way. You've just hoping that they'll go away. You put them in a closet somewhere, hoping never to open that door again, right? But the truth is that you need to see those things, and you need to, in some cases, heal those things. They may be with other people, they may be with your family and friends, they may be with a situation from a long time ago. It could be from childhood trauma, it could be from experiences you've had, that you've suppressed, maybe physical or sexual abuse, or suicidal tendencies, or anything that you've decided to lock away and in the vault somewhere. Well, now you have to open that vault and start bringing those things to light and healing yourself. And most of us go through the dark night of the soul by ourselves. We call it hermit mode as well. You just isolate yourself away from all your friends and family. You start calling out sick to work. You just don't want to be anywhere. You don't want to do anything. That's okay. And you need that rest, right? Your body needs it. Your mind needs it. Your soul needs it. But you can't ignore it any longer. And you're going to have to do something to start healing those things. First, you have to identify what they are. Right? If it's something from your past, you need to bring it up. And there's many people out there that can help you bring these things up. Past life regressionists, energy healers, Reiki healers, whatever your soul is calling you to do, to seek the help. And I encourage you to seek the help. Yes, you can do it by yourself, but sometimes you need to be pointed in the right direction. Sometimes you need to sit there and watch YouTube and see what resonates, right? And try some of those things that person's telling you that you need to do. It might resonate, right? But you need to be mindful of it. And you need to realize that this isn't depression, right? Think of it as deep rest. Your body needs deep rest. And you may think it's you're depressed or having anxiety, and it'll show up that way. But you need to question, is this really anxiety? And if it is, why am I anxious, right? You need to go deep. You need to go below the surface and identify those things, right? And again, there's many people that can help you, but the dark night of the soul is a very real thing, and each of us experiences it in our own individual ways. So it's time for you to start identifying these things, because it's not only going to happen once. You can have many dark nights of the soul throughout your spiritual journey, and they're not meant to bring you down. They're not meant to steer you away from your spiritual journey because it's too hard. Yeah, it's supposed to be challenging, but it's challenging because your soul wants you to get through it, to identify it, to heal it, to neutralize it, to embrace it, right? To love it, because it was an aspect of you, and in some way, shape, or form, you created that scenario in your life. And now, instead of hiding it away, you need to confront it, and confront those fears and those feelings and those worries and those doubts and those limiting beliefs and those inner blocks. And only that way are you going to be able to grow spiritually and help others, right? Because it starts with you. So the dark night of the soul is your soul saying, hey, you need to fix you and love you before you can love anybody else. And I'm going to help you. I'm going to put you in these situations so that you can deal with them, and you can choose, because you do have free will, not to, and to just keep hiding and sweeping things under the rug. But guess what? They're going to keep you down, and more situations are going to be brought into your now space, into your awareness, that are not going to be comfortable, because you chose not to deal with that thing earlier. So the dark night of the soul is your soul calling you to deal with these things. Don't sweep them under the rug anymore. Don't allow somebody else's judgment to hinder you. Don't allow somebody else's beliefs to be yours that are holding you back because you don't actually believe those, and you never did. It's asking you to really dig deep and cry it out, yell it out, shout it out. Get angry. Get it out of your system, and don't let it hold you anymore. Right? See it for what it is. Learn how you uniquely have to deal with it, how to get it out of your life, how to be done with it for once and for all. And there's no guarantee that it is going to be done, but at least you're putting in the work, right? And the mindfulness to start, transitioning and transforming your life into what you really want it to be, what it's meant to be, not what somebody else wanted it to be, not what another situation is forcing it to be. It's got to be you that puts in the work and makes the changes. The dark night of the soul it asks you to be uncomfortable. It makes you uncomfortable, because in that discomfort, that's where you're going to find true wisdom, knowledge, inner peace, and faith in yourself. Because you have to have faith in yourself, confidence in your journey, your unique path. And only then can you have the success that you truly desire. your every desire, your birthright. So embrace your dark night of the soul. But you can ask for help, and there's many people that can help you. I happen to be one of those people. I am a transformational life coach, spiritually based. I specialize in spiritual awakenings. So hit me up for a 30-minute decompression session. It's a free session to just give you clarity. And if you're going through the dark night of the soul, maybe I can point you in the right directions. Just show you some resources that you can use that may help explain some of the things you're going through, and help you isolate what it is that you need to work on first. Because you have to take baby steps and fix one thing at a time. But I can introduce you to some breath work techniques and some trainings, right? And some modalities like yoga and qigong or tai chi, or just things that are going to help you focus, right? To stay focused, to identify those things and don't let them eat you up. Just see them, right? And heal yourself through them. There's a lot of different practices out there that can help you psychologically, spiritually, mentally, and physically to help you get through your dark night of the soul. So I encourage you to look them up, see what resonates with you, and do those things. And I know that this isn't specifically, targeting one specific thing that you'll experience in the dark night of the soul, and that's because it's all individual, and we all have our each individual things that we need to work through. Now, are they similar to other people's? Yes. And when they are, use them as a guide, right? But just remember, just what worked for them may not work for you, right? So you have to identify what will work for you, and it'll take you a number of times, right? And your dark night of the soul can last 2 days, or it can last 2 months. It can last a year. It all depends on how deep you want to go and what help you're seeking to help you get through it, right? If you can get through it by yourself and do the research for yourself and put in the work, man, that's amazing. The confidence that you'll have. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't ask for help. And by asking for help doesn't make you weak. So get those limiting beliefs out of your mind when you're going through your dark night of the soul, so they don't further complicate your situation. It's all about being patient with yourself, having compassion for yourself, being kind to yourself, right? And stopping the things that no longer resonate with you and doing it on your time, right? And if it takes some time, great, sit with it. But know that it takes some work, and know that you're going to get through it. And on the other side of that is total freedom. So I'm not saying enjoy the dark night of the soul. I'm saying recognize it, and recognize what it is your soul is calling you to see and to heal and to work on. And once you do that, your dark night of the soul will go fairly quickly, and the universe and your higher self will put some new opportunities in your awareness, so that you can make a decision where to go next, right? I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It will be challenging. It's meant to be challenging. There will be some pain, or there may not be. Like I said, each soul has their own experience with it. So just recognize it. Know that you're going through it. Look up other YouTubers or other social media outlets that deal with the dark night of the soul, and see if there's something that resonates with you. And try that, right? It's not going to hurt you. Nothing's going to hurt you more than what you're being hurt right now. And again, you don't have to let it depress you or make you have suicidal thoughts. It's there for a reason. You can get through it. You are strong. You wouldn't be going through that if you weren't, or if your soul didn't think you could get through it. So just stay strong. Believe in yourself, but give yourself the space and the time to work on these things, whatever way it has to. Whether you go through counseling, whether you just sit home and cry and eat ice cream, and maybe you'll have a drinking binge. I don't recommend it, but if that's what you need just to get through it, or not to get through it, as a first reaction, but then recognize that the alcohol and the drugs, they're not the answer. They're not going to help you. You need to help you, and you can seek out people that want to help you as well. So I'll leave the link to my website below, and I'll leave the link to my email address below, so that you can set up an appointment with me. I'd love to help you recognize some of the things and to coach you through it. That's what I do, and it's my honor to do so. So embrace the dark night of the soul. But don't stay there. Do the work. Put in the time to heal yourself. You're worth it. You're worthy. And if you like the contents of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment about how you're dealing with your dark night of the soul. I'd love to know. Maybe you can teach me some things. I'd love to learn. I'm always willing to learn. And subscribe to my channel, please. That would really help more people get this message. And share the video if it resonates for you. I'm truly grateful. It's only dark for a little while. You are the light. Shine light on your darkness, and miracles will happen. They will. Your life will be so much lighter and brighter. You just have to allow it and do the work. So do the work today, folks, and have an amazing day.